Namaste everyone. So let us continue the chapter probability with question number 22. Given, complete the following table he has given, but he has given to refer example 13. Means here there are two dice you are throwing simultaneously. So if you see the example 13 here, so you can see two dice, one blue and one grey, are thrown at the same time. Write down all the possible outcomes. What is the probability that the sum of two numbers appearing on the top of the dice is 8, 13. So almost this question is also related to two dice. Note that when you throw one die two times or when you throw two dice at the same time, number of outcomes will be same. So this question is related to a die and regarding two dice. So here, what is an event given? Event is sum on two dice. Means we have to add the digits on the two dice. When you add, it should be 2. So he has given one example for you, 1 by 36. And sum on the two dice is 8. He has given 5 by 36. 12 he has given 1 by 36. So you need to complete the remaining blanks. So to understand this, first how you got 36 is very important concept. In this, I said already in the previous video, one important concept you are going to learn, that is about doublet. So that question, probability of getting a doublet, will be in this concept, that is throwing a two dice or throwing one die twice. So let us know what is the sample space of this and then we answer the following question. Again I am telling you, note, throwing a die twice or throwing two dice simultaneously are treated as same experiment. So when you throw two dice, there are 36 outcomes. So this we call it as sample space. Already I told you, number of outcomes is different and the outcomes is different. Whatever you write outcomes, that is called sample space. See, think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is of first die. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is a second die. And when you throw, what are outputs you get? Like in first die 1 and second die 1. So it becomes 1, 1. Next, this is from this die you get 1 and from this die 2. 1, 2. 1, 3. 1, 4. 1, 5. 1, 6. Similarly, 2, 1. This is of second die and this is of first die. 2, 1. 2, 2. 2, 3. 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. So go on writing. You get the total number of outcomes. If you count this, we get 36 outcomes. There are 36 outcomes. When it happens, when you throw two dice, we get 36 outcomes. And on this table, they may ask n number of questions. But in this table, they are asking you, sum on two dice is an event. So there may be many events. They may be asking you product, difference or multiple or a factor. Any concept they may ask on this table. But in this question they are asking sum on two dice. So sum on two dice, that is 2. You just observe here 1 plus 1 is 2. So if you observe 1 plus 1 here, only 2 you get only one time. So if you think here, this is 1 plus 1, 2. And next, 2 is how many times it is occurring? One time. So out of 36, 1 by 36. And sum on 2 dice is 3. So you add this 2 plus 1, 3. 1 plus 2, 3. So these two, how many times? 3 is coming up 2 times. That is 2 by 36. Next, 4. If you add this 3 plus 1, 4. 2 plus 2, 4. 1 plus 3, 4. So how many times you are getting? 3 times. So 3 by 36. Next, sum on 2 dice is 5. 4 plus 1, 5. 3 plus 2, 5. 2 plus 3, 5. 1 plus 4, 5. So if you add all this, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 by 36. Next comes 6. Count. So diagonal if you count all, you will get the answer. That is 5 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 2 plus 4, 1 plus 5. All these are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times the sum is 6. That is 5 by 36. Next 7. 6 plus 1, 7. 5 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 3 plus 4, 2 plus 5, 1 plus 6. So when you add all this, you can see you get sum is 7. So how many times you are getting 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 by 36. Next 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 is 5 times 5 by 36. Next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 36. Then sum on 2 dice is 10. 1, 2, 3. 3 by 36. Next sum on 2 dice is 11. You can see here 6 plus 5, 5 plus 6, 11. 2 times, that is 2 by 36. And sum on 2 die is 12. 6 plus 6, 12. Only one time, 1 by 36. So this is how, by seeing the event what he has given. Sometimes he may ask you product on 2 dice. Sometimes he may ask you factors or multiples or divisibility. Any concept they may ask you. Any n number of events we may ask from this table. So try to see the event and answer the following questions. And the next sub question in this question is, a student argues. So one table we completed. The second question is, a student argues that there are 11 possible outcomes. You can see here 1, 2, 3. Means a student counts these as outcomes. And therefore, each of them has probability 1 by 11. So he is arguing with the teacher that the possible outcomes are 11. So each outcome is 1 by 11. But it is false. He is asking to justify your answer because we are throwing 2 dice. So these are the possible outcomes. So how many outcomes? 36 outcomes. So whatever a student arguing is wrong. He is telling there are 11 outcomes. So 11 outcomes is wrong. There are 36 outcomes. So no, because total number of outcomes is 36. Now I have added one extra questions on this concept. When they ask probability of a doublet. So in case of when we throw 2 dice at a time or 1 die twice. So in this concept, they'll ask you find the probability of a doublet. First let us understand what is the meaning of doublet. So you can see the digit is repeating twice. 1, 1, 2, 2. I mean same number is repeating again and again. That is 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So when you observe sample space, so where you can see here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. These are called doublets. So how many doublets you can see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doublets out of 36. So what is the probability of a doublet? 6 by 36, that is 1 by 6. Now let us continue the next important question, that is regarding 3 coins. Again, so let me clarify you. Just now I told you a die throwing twice or 2 dice throwing at once is same. Similarly, 3 coins throwing at a same time or 1 coin tossing thrice, outcomes will be same. So a game he has given here in 23rd question, a game consists of tossing a 1 rupee coin 3 times. Means you are tossing the same coin 3 times. Suppose if they have given 3 coins tossing at the same time, so outcomes will be, that is sample space will be same. And noting its outcomes each time, Anif wins if all the tosses give the same result, that is 3 heads or 3 tails. Means if all the coins, the same result means head, 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 tail, tail, tail. That is nothing but same result. Then only he will win. Otherwise he lose the game. Calculate the probability that Anif will lose the game. So concentrate. If you get head, 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 he will win. Similarly, if you get tail, 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 also he will win. Other than these two, he will lose the game. He is asking calculate the probability that Hanif will lose the game. First, let us understand what is a sample space with 3 coins. Here given 1 coin is tossed 3 times. So what is a sample space? So these are the possible outcomes you have. H, H, H. H means head, T means tail. T, T, T. H, H, T. T, T, H. H, T, H. T, H, T. H, T, T. T, H, H. And don't compare these two. These two are not same. You may see that here also you have 2 heads and 1 tail. Here also you have 2 heads and 1 tail. But the outcomes are different or distinct. Why? Because you are recording the outputs 3 times. So this is first time, second time, third time. First time, second time, third time. So you cannot merge. If you take 3 coins, this is of first coin, this is of second coin, and this is of third coin. So these two will be same. Similarly, HTT, TTH are not same, they are different. So these are 8 possible outcomes. So total number of outcomes is 8. So probability of Hanif lose the game is 6 by 8. Why? Because Hanif wins the game only when he gets all head and all tail. So leaving these two, there are chances of losing the game in these 6 cases. So probability of Hanif lose the game is 6 by 8. That is 3 by 4. And now I added some extra questions under the concept of 3 coins. That is 3 coins tossed at a time or 1 coin tossed thrice. So same number of outcomes 8, but I have added some new concept which are very important for your board exam. That is the concept of at least n, at most n. So before I start the extra questions, let me explain you what is the meaning of at least n and at most n. So at least n means n and more than n. Concentrate. At least n means n and more than n. At most n means n and less than n. So let me take one example so that you can understand in a better way. The first extra question I have added here. Find the probability of at least 2 heads. So what is the meaning of at least 2 heads? Just now I told n and more than n. That is 2 and more than 2. 2 heads and more than 2 heads means what? 3 heads. So there are only 3 heads. So we have only at least 2 heads means 2 heads, 3 heads. So let us see how many you have 2 heads and 3 heads. So 1, 2, this will not be counted because you have 1 head here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So total 4. 4 by 8. So wherever you have 2 heads and 3 heads, in out of 8 outcomes you have to add all those. So we get 4 by 8, that is 1 by 2. Next, probability of at most 2 heads. Concentrate. At most is little confusion for you. At most 2 means what? 2 and less than 2. That is 2 heads, 1 head, 0 head. 0 head means what? No head. If it is no head, all are tails. That is meaning. No head means all 3 are tails. This is very, very important. At most 2 heads means 2 heads, 1 head, no head. No head means all tails. So let me count now. 2 heads, 1 head and all tails. So this cannot be counted. All tails, this is counted. 2 heads, 1 head, 2 head, 1 head, 1 head and 2 head. So leaving all heads, we are counting the 7. That is total probability of at most 2 heads is 7 by 8. Next, probability of at least 1 tail. What is meaning of at least 1 tail? 1 tail, more than 1 tail. That is 2 tail, 3 tail. So if you concentrate here, 1 tail. 1 tail you can see 1 tail, 2 tail. Here also 1 tail, 2 tail, 1 tail and 3 tail. Only this is not considered. That is 7 by 8. Next, probability of at most one tail. What is meaning of at most one tail? One tail and no tail. What is meaning of no tail? All heads. So one tail and all heads. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So total 4 by 8. That is 1 by 2. Next, probability of at least 3 heads. So what is meaning of at least 3 heads? 3 heads and more heads I can't take because maximum is 3. So I have to take 3 heads. That is only one outcome you will get, that is H, H, H. So probability of at least 3 heads is 1 by 8. Next, probability of at most 3 tails. That is 3 tail, 2 tail, 1 tail. No tail means what? All heads. So if you concentrate, all 8 possibilities will come up. That is probability of at most 3 tails is 8 by 8. That is 1. So all these are very, very important. So till now I explained concept of doublet, either or, neither nor, at least, at most. So all these are out of your textbook and these are very, very important for your board exam. Thank you.